Hey, what's going on? My name is Brian. I'm the owner of Audiohive Podcasting in Joliet, Illinois. Audiohive Podcasting is a studio dedicated to podcast recording, editing, and production. And today we're going to talk about Filepass. So I know a lot of you are probably currently Audiohive clients. You've either just gotten started, or maybe you've booked time and you haven't actually done your first recording yet. Or maybe we've even finished our recording already and you just haven't gotten a chance to watch this video yet. So the next step in the process after we've recorded is editing. Some people want a lot of editing. Some people don't want any editing at all. Depending on the scope of editing, we'll approach it in a couple different ways. If it's something really simple and easy right at the end of recording, we'll do it right then and there. So let's say you just recorded your first episode here and you know there's all kinds of edits you want done. We're not going to sit here in the studio and do it. I'm going to upload a rough copy of your podcast to Filepass. Once I've uploaded your podcast to Filepass, I'll send you a link so that you can pull it up from home, on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer. You can listen to it while you're driving. Please don't try to edit it while you're driving, and you'll have a waveform on the screen so that you can basically put in little pinpoints and say where you want edits to happen. If you've ever messed around with SoundCloud, you might be familiar with it. You usually see the waveform of the song playing, and then people put in comments, and there's little blocks on there. It's very similar to that. If you haven't seen or played with SoundCloud before, that's fine. We're going to show you how to use it all. It's really simple. Okay, so here we are in Filepass. This is an episode of the Mike, DJ, and Doc podcast. In fact, it's the only episode of the Mike, DJ, and Doc podcast. They just got started last week. So shout out to those guys. Congratulations on getting out your first episode. We've already edited this project, but I'm just pulling this one up so we have something to use as an example. So this is your podcast from time, beginning to end, from left to right. You've got a couple buttons here in the middle. You've got a zoom in, a zoom out, and a play button. And that's all there is to it. Just 3 buttons. Actually, there's 4. There's one more down here, the submit button, but we'll get to that. So to listen to your podcast, you can hit
I'm a non-denomination. I go to New Covenant Worship Center.
Hit it again to pause it. If I want to zoom in on a part, I can click on the plus button, and you can see we're zooming in.
Illinois, where the pastor of the church is Apostle Jonas Jones.
More and get really close if I need to.
A little bit of background about me. I decided
zoom back out
to commit myself to Christ back in 2000.
So now let's say that there is something that we hear and we want to cut it out. So I like to listen to the podcast when I'm doing my edits and watch it kind of at this level.
Hey, I'm DJ Cornerstone. I got a beautiful, have a strong
Let's
son.
say I'm going to be really picky about stuff and I want to cut out all the uhs or the ums or anything. So I might even actually zoom in a little more. We can get way in there.
I have a strong son by the name of Isaiah. My middle child is my little sweetheart. All
right, there's one. There's an I want to get rid of. So I'm going to put my name here. And then I'm going to say cut. And I'm going to submit. So I submit it right before the here. See, there's the Okay, now here's the nice part too. I can click on the middle of the line there, and I'm just going to drag this out. And that's going to let me know to cut out that whole section there. In this case, it's just one word, but it could be a whole section. So let's keep listening.
Christian, I'm a non-denomination. I go to New Covenant Worship Center in Joliet, Illinois, where the pastor of the church is Apostle Jonas Jones.
Here comes a I've been editing podcasts for so long that I know what us look like. Again, my name is already there. Cut. I can hit submit. And again, I want to drag that out. And that just lets me know, cut out that section there. The name section here, basically put your name. If we have multiple collaborators, everybody can put their name there so that I know who's asking for what. And then, yeah, let's keep going here.
A little bit of background about me. I decided to commit myself to Christ back in 2005. And
it was an and.
It's been a beautiful thing since.
Let's say we wanted to get rid of that little cough there. I have a client that has me cut out every single noise that isn't him speaking. So anything that is like a cough, clearing the throat, we cut it out. And I'm going to hit submit. There it is. And I can drag it out. There we go. And you'll notice too, as we're doing this, it's creating a checklist here for me. And this is the checklist that I work off of. When I go to edit your file, I will have this up. It looks a little different from me. It's got some little check boxes there for me, and I check them off as I finish them. So it's really nice. It keeps me organized.
It's been a beautiful thing since.
Let's just say we wanted to cut out that whole section there. More than just a word. Still easy. I can say cut and submit. And I'm just going to cut out or highlight this whole section here. So if we zoom back out now, after we put in a couple things, you can see all the little notes when we get way out here. That's what it looks like to me. And I can do the same thing on my end. I can zoom in and see exactly what it is that you want done to your file. Let's say you had a section that you wanted totally rearranged. In that case, what I would ask you to do is say, you would give me a note that would say, cut this section and place it at marker A or marker B or marker C or marker 1, 2, 3, however you want to name it. So you would put in here, move this section to marker A. And let's just say it was this section here. I'm not actually going to listen to it. For demonstration purposes, we don't need to. But let's just say you had this whole section here. Oops, let me zoom back in on that. It zoomed out too far. Say this whole section is what you wanted moved. Okay. And now I'm going to zoom out, and let's just say I wanted that section moved over here. I would just mark this A. And I guess you could type it in paste, or you could just type in A here, whatever you want. So now, when I'm going through my list of edits here, I'm going to see this one, move this section to marker A. I can zoom in on it. I can play specifically what it is that you want moved. Once I do that, now I will see here is A, and I'm going to know to take that section and paste it right in here. Okay, so I hope you found that helpful. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave a comment below or shoot me an email at brian@audiohivepodcasting.com. That's Brian with an I, not a Y. I spell it the correct way. If you're watching this, you were probably referred directly by me. If you weren't referred by me, that's cool too. Maybe you were just trying to find out something about Filepass, so cool. If you did find this video useful, please let me know in the comments below. And of course, like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Really appreciate it. Thank you.